Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jay, the BCBA. If you're new here, I'm Jared. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst, and I practice from the States. But I recently moved here to Africa, and I wanted to share some of the differences that I've experienced since I've been here, the cultural differences. So, for instance, in the States, when I want to reinforce a client, I can use some type of tangible item that can reinforce the client, or even a tablet. A lot of my clients in the States have tablets. Here, the cultural nuances have made it to where reinforcement is much different and it looks much different for clients on the spectrum or otherwise. We don't have access to tablets and other things that we have access to in the States. So maybe reinforcement might look like, maybe a story from grandma or just positive affirmation from mom. And those type of cultural nuances create vast differences between my clients in the States and the clients here in Africa. When I first got here, I thought that I would be bringing ABA to some of the clients here that I know of. I know a lady who started up a clinic. She's a BCBA here in Africa. And I thought I could bring my ABA practices that I had in the States to my African, clients. And much as I'm learning so quickly, and I did not expect the reinforcement to be. So a nod from an elder, or like I was talking about earlier, that positive affirmation from one of your elders is such a powerful reinforcement. And like back in the States, it may not be. What struck me the most was the emphasis that was placed on community-based learning. That being a story that was told from grandma, passed down generations, a proverb that grandma or auntie would tell you that would teach you something very, very deep to that child or to that younger person. Those type of learnings are really, really emphasized here, and it's not the case in the States necessarily. So if we do not take into account deeply and really, really understand the cultural barriers that are going on with our clients and our students, then we're going to be missing the mark every time. Being here has taught me that effective intervention isn't about insurance goals or meeting that next insurance goal that, BCBS is requiring us to meet. It's about really understanding the cultural barriers that your kiddo is having and trying to really build a connection with your client, honoring the context and understanding that behavior is shaped by, the culture and other barriers, not just for what we could see in front of us. It's deeper than that. So being here has really taught me to really think about where my client is coming from, what are the possible barriers that they're facing, and what is the cultural differences between me and my client, or my client in the situation that they're in, right? So to anybody really, but especially my BCBAs, if you get an opportunity to work abroad, take it, because there's a whole world that will not only give you a different perspective than the clinic that you're working in, most likely in the States, but it will also humble you and make you realize all of the privileges and things that we have on a daily basis as American practitioners, or wherever you come from, most likely a Western world if you're listening to this. So I challenge my BCBAs and really everyone to take a trip abroad to somewhere that is not necessarily a Western society, and don't stay in the resorts. Stay kind of off the plan, somewhere like this, where you could really experience the people, have a conversation with them, and really get to know the culture. So if you resonated with that, drop a comment, tell me some cultural barriers that you've seen in your practice, or share this with your friends. I'll see you on the next